Right, perfect. I should be live. Bye bye. Starting the stream. Starting the stream. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Let me check if we're live. Feeling like such a boomer. How do I not get this? Alright, perfect. Okay then. Okay, we switched screens. I got this. I can do transitions. Right? Right? Did it work? Alright, perfect. Let's just give it a second to update and we'll start the coding session, I guess. We can okay, we switched screens. I got this. I can do transitions. Right? Right? Did it work? Alright. Did it work? Alright, perfect. Okay, that's great. Okay, so basically we have an app called Geo Puzzles, and I want to switch it from UIKit to SwiftUI. And yeah, I'll walk you through the app, show you how it's built, and then we'll move it from UIKit to SwiftUI. And it'll kind of just be me thinking and my thought process. So we have the animation, the JSON file thingy majiggy, and we have the top game, which is not scrollable, which I should probably change, but it's basically a flag guessing game. So you could go Oceania if it works. Oh, okay, yeah, I think it was still loading it, and you'd guess like Australia. And it has like a tab bar, which I need to switch because it's kind of like broken in a sense. And then you would have, oh god, my flag knowledge is being put to the test. Tuvalu, I think that is right here. And then we have Naru. Might be butchering these pronunciations. Another one. Then we have Fiji. Let me just do this one to show the end screen as well. Micronesia, Papua New Guinea, Vanuatu, Samoa, do you have your stream info? And then Kiribati as well, I think, right? Yeah, no doubt in my mind. And then New Zealand. Oh god, Australia has more than I thought. Tonga, Marshall Islands, favorite country, Solomon Islands, also great. And yeah, then you get like a little Giphy animation, I guess. I think, right? Yeah. And yeah, you have mastered all the flags, and then you can try again. And if you get it wrong, or not, yeah, you get like a whoops. Not quite the flag we're not quite the flag. Not quite. The flag was Fiji. I should probably put a comma there. But yeah, that's basically the app, and it saves the results in chord in values. So if I shut all of this down and I reopen it, and if we go there again, it will save the values, as you can see, and also update. No, that's the wrong. Which one's the most recent one? Was it somewhere here? I think it was this one. Just 2 copies. But yes, when we go there, you see the 14 out of 14 is saved, and all the values are the same from we1. Alright, now time to refactor this into SwiftUI. So first we'll have to go to see what I've done here, because it's been a couple months. But to walk you through, we have the app itself, we have the app delegate where we launch, which I don't think we've done anything here. We've added core data, I see. And then from that, I'm pretty sure that's me that added the container, which is, where is the container? Everything's bungeed up somewhere. Okay. Well, we have a container called Geo Arcade somewhere, which I should rename to Geo Puzzles, because Geo Arcade was taken, so last second rebrand. And here we do the generic loading thing. We should, honestly, I should also not do fade to error if that breaks, because that would crash the app. So maybe just print the error, I think would be a better way to do that as well. Error in core data, and then we would do like this if it breaks, rather than actually crashing the app, especially in production. I think that's really bad. And this is how we're saving it. We make a context from the persistent container thingy-majig. And we have a do catch block where we save context, and if not, another fade to error. Oh my god, okay. Let's delete that. And instead of, that's good, that everything's working fine. That's good. Hopefully my voice is clear as well. We should be printing error when saving the context, and we just print out the error so we can know in terminal what's happening. So this would be error. Yep. Okay, and this is also a learning curve for me because I don't remember what I've done here. Okay. So these are the sounds. Okay, so I have the wrong sounds for when you go on the wrong journey. So when you get the wrong flag, we play these sounds. These are the clicks when you select the continent, I'm pretty sure. So if you want to play in Asia or Africa and want to try those, you get like a type sound. And the correct is when you win the game. So I think we can leave that for now. This is a font size, which honestly I don't even like anymore, but we'll roll with it. And here we have a, let me make this full screen actually. What am I doing? Making it so small for everyone. So we have a splash screen which is connected to this. From my understanding, it is not connected to this. We have done it programmatically, it looks like. No, it's not, because it's connected to a storyboard, huh? We'll get to it eventually, but yeah, so in the splash screen we have the Lottie animation view, which I'm pretty sure is a package that I installed with the Lottie animations. And we're just saying here, I'm guessing none of this is needed anymore, but we're saying on the animation view, so we can switch the constraints aspect to fits. That's just the sizing. We want it to only play once, the loop. So these are, all these things are inside this. They're all like different variables you can configure. If I can find, what was one of them called? Like loop mode. So somewhere here should be loop mode. Yeah, so there's a parameter called loop mode and you can set it, and you have, yeah, and these are the options. So you'd have like play once, so it's an enum, and there's different ones like play once, loop, auto reverse repeat, and I guess you can do how many times and repeat backwards with a flow, and a flow is just a number basically. And yeah, so that's how I know to use play once. I could have also just clicked on it, thinking about it in retrospect, and we have .play, which actually should be a function which plays the animation itself. And then we dispatch it to the main thread for 1.5 seconds, it looks like, and then we call... okay. So this is my, I guess, off-brand solution of how to do things. Basically, this is the first view that gets initialized in the app. It's my Splash view controller. And basically what we're saying that after 1.5 seconds, which is roughly how long the animation is, I think it's a little bit longer, but we just cut it short. We want to jump to the next screen. So if we delete that, we can see we're setting the storyboard to the main and let lobby, which is one of the features, I'm guessing. Yeah, right here. So I guess we'll navigate to lobby and features next. We give it the identifier, which if we go inside lobby, actually quickly, could I find it? Maybe no, because okay, we'll come back to this. And cross dissolve is just as it says, it's a transition, so how it wants to be done. And there's a bunch of there's like a flip, vertical cover. I just think it's like the most nicest way of doing it, I guess, most aesthetic. And the presentation, how we want to present it. So I want to present it in full screen basically, and then we just call present lobby and animate it true. And set up animation. What do we call this function? Oh, this function doesn't get used in the app at all. It's just not useful. Well, it's a private function, so it can only be used here. So if we well, what does it do? It has set up animation view. So it uses that, and it uses the animation to be the new splash, which we have the new animations here, which they're in a JSON format. Okay, interesting. Well, clearly we're saying it on the storyboard, so we're using a different one here. I'm saying the frame to bounce, aspect to fit, same thing we're doing here, and we play the animation and we add it to the... Okay, so I'm pretty sure this actually isn't needed, and we could probably play the app if we quickly run it, and I think it would work fine. At least it seems to be for me. Yeah. Wait, did that? I wasn't paying attention. Wait again. Yeah, the animation's all fine. Yeah, so that part isn't needed. Some leftover code we can already clean up, which would make it easier with refactoring. And here we have the different JSONs. Let me just check if I have Lottie. I do not have the Lottie files extension. It's like an extension where you can drag and drop Lottie files, and it will actually show you how it looks like, and it wouldn't just be like all digits on the screen, so it's actually readable. But yeah, so that's the launch of the app. That's where we start, and you're complaining because we're not using... Initialize of value was never used. I mean, we could just call this NS error. And that should solve that problem. Or actually calling it, we could just... Seems like we get more information out of that. We can get the NS error and then NS error dot whatever that is. So yeah, fair enough. Or is user info string and type any. Something I shouldn't worry about now. And that's everything in styles. So we have the JSON files, which I should move around. And I think this will be kept because I'm pretty sure in SwiftUI you can't actually do splash screens, especially animated ones. I'm pretty sure you still use storyboards. Maybe for the newest iOS 17 versions it's fine, but I'm pretty sure this supports iOS 15, which is the lowest target. So it might be a little bit tough to do it just in SwiftUI. Anyways, lobby, interesting things. And I was going to say bigger view controllers. Where are the big view controllers? I think, yeah, here we get to code. We could have, I guess, say done better at. Okay, let's start with the lobby. So in the lobby, am I missing a bunch of... That's one storyboard. Oh god, this is giving flashbacks. Right, so this has the lobby. Okay. So... So what I'm thinking is the one we just covered, the view controller for in styles for my Splash view controller. I'm pretty sure it's here, and it's this one right here, right? So in here we have a view, and inside that view we have another view, which is a Lottie animation view, and I'm pretty sure on the storyboard I give it the name Splash New, which is the name of the asset, and I could do aspect to fit here, and I wouldn't have to do in the code. Actually, that would probably save me from doing storyboards. Doing it programmatically, but we're trying to move away from storyboards here, I guess. Anything else interesting here? I haven't actually seen how it worked with accessibility, now thinking about it. And yeah, I just made it all go to the super view thing, so it touches all the edges. Anyways, pretty sure this is the lobby. This one, let me make a big screen as well. This one right here is the lobby. Okay, the lobby view controller. And anything interesting? We have three things. We have the view, the button, which only one of them is connected, and then the lobby animation, which is the earth animation. If you guys remember, I might as well play it again. So even though it shows empty when we go to that screen, this view is just the spinny earth thingy animation, the JSON file. Okay, well, we can jump to the view controller by whichever the fourth one down from the left is, lobby view controller, and you can press the arrow to jump to it. If my Xcode won't fail me. Oh, we can just click on the file itself and see what we're doing here. So we have two outlets, as we saw, one for the view and one for the button, which should be realistically renamed to play countries button. And we have setup animation, which we play here. If you give me a second. And we smoothly go back. Thanks to my transition skills. Regardless, where was I? Animation, right? So this is how, so on viewDidLoad, which is a function when you make a view controller, you have to have a viewDidLoad, right? Like, right? I'm not crazy. Like, if you do class for thingy, and we make it conform to UI view controller. Xcode, hello? Can you say if I'm right or wrong? Oh, apparently you don't need it. If it builds or runs. Okay, apparently you don't need it. Good job on spreading this information. This is how we done. But regardless, when you create a file, it will usually come with a viewDidLoad, which is as soon as you enter the screen, what should it do? And what we do here is we sub the animation, which realistically should probably be a generic func that I pass in a like name, so it should be something more like, so rather than making it private, maybe I should just make it like func, or you know what, we can even just use this one. We can not make it private and do Command A and Control I, and we could pass in a animation name, for example, and say it's of type string within the parameters. And instead of calling it spin2, we would call it that animation name. And then this would complain right here because it's missing its parameter, and we would call it spin2. So now when we launch it, it would work exactly the same. But what we did here, rather than having a private func, we could probably just call this anywhere and not having to repeat the same process, because most of the time we do the same loop animation. And yeah, do we do the same actually for splash screen? Because we could already reuse it in that case. We'll come back to that in a bit, but yeah, that's a little bit better. And what do we have here? We have two buttons. This one's for the country tapped button, which doesn't work yet because that screen doesn't exist. I think we'll reuse this to make it in SwiftUI. So we'll just see what we have, and we'll just be trying to recreate it in SwiftUI. I think that will be our best bet on going forward with this. Let me think a little bit here. What would be the best case of action? Right, so we have this, which was the spin animation, and then we have a button, and we give it the corner radius, which what makes it round on the edges, but